Learn English through Stories U2 Answers PDF. Adapted and modified by Kulwant Singh Sandhu. Contents: Word and phrases. 6 tests. Answers. Complete each sentence with the most appropriate word from the box. 1. I'm afraid that Jim's new play didn't come up to expectation. 2. The building workers have voted to come out on strike. 3. The government is coming under pressure to change the law. 4. When her uncle died, Seema came into a fortune. 5. The truth of the matter came to light during the investigation. 6. Oh bother! My shoelaces have come undone. 7. Bring the torch with you. It might come in useful. 8. Ted used to be quite wealthy, but he's come down in the world. 9. Recently I've come to realize that you were right all the time. 10. The new traffic regulations come into force tomorrow. BN. Complete each sentence with the most appropriate word from the box. 1. All the pupils who misbehaved have been kept in detention. 2. I'm not joking. I'm speaking in earnest. 3. Your rent is, of course, payable in advance. 4. The bus drivers are on strike and the railway workers have come out in sympathy. 5. This city makes London seem quite small in comparison. 6. It's a depressing book, but I enjoyed it in a way. 7. Everyone else is away, so I am in charge of the office. 8. Theoretically, term ends at 4:00 p.m. on Friday, but in practice, everyone leaves at lunchtime. 9. If in doubt, do not hesitate to contact our representative. 10. We decided to show the film again in response to public demand. See hand. Match each sentence J with one of the explanatory examples. 1. 10. She did it single-handedly equals she did it on her own. B. You have to hand it to her equals she has to be congratulated. C. She can turn her hand to just about anything equals she can learn any skill very easily. D. Her behavior was rather high-handed equals she took advantage of her position to use her power wrongly. E. She played right into their hands equals she unsuspectingly gave them an advantage. F. She's an old hand at this kind of thing equals she has a lot of past experience. G. At the end they gave her a big hand equals she was applauded loudly. H. I think her behavior is getting out of hand equals she is becoming uncontrollable. I. She has managed to keep her hand in equals she has practiced so as not to lose her skill. J. She was given a free hand equals she was allowed to do whatever she wanted. D. Wood and metal. Complete each sentence with the most appropriate word from the box. 1. A small bird was carrying a twig in its beak back to its nest. 2. The wall was supported by a thick metal girder. 3 wasps had made a hole in the trunk of the old fruit tree. 4. A workman pushed the wheelbarrow along a plank. 5. The magician waved the wand and the rabbit vanished. 6. We have to replace an old oak beam which supports the ceiling. 7. I use a long piece of bamboo as a fishing rod. 8. Our neighbor crashed his car into our gate post. 9. After I left hospital, I could only walk with a stick. 10. We hoisted the flag to the top of the pole. E. Prefix on. Rewrite each sentence beginning as shown, so that it contains a form of the word underline beginning on. 1. I don't envy his position. His position is unenviable. 2. Philip flew to New York without the company of his parents. Philip flew to New York unaccompanied. 3. Margaret has no inhibitions at all. Margaret is completely uninhibited. 4. There is no foundation to the rumor that I have been dismissed. The rumor that I have been dismissed unfounded. 5. I just can't bear this heat. For me, this heat unbearable. 6. There's no doubt that Schwartz is the best skier around at the moment. Schwartz is undoubtedly the best skier around at the moment. 7. The sound of Jenny's voice cannot be mistaken. The sound of Jenny's voice unmistakable. 8. There is no justification for your behavior. Your behavior is quite unjustifiable. 9. There is no precedent for such action. Such action is unprecedented. 10. Ian teaches, but has no teaching qualifications. Ian is an unqualified teacher. F. Verbs of movement. Underline the most suitable word in each sentence. 1. The drunken soldier was staggering crazily from one side of the street to the other. 2. George suddenly dashed into the room waving a telegram. 3. Seema found it very difficult to pass/overtake/cross the busy street. 4. Passengers who wish to alight at the next station should travel in the front 4 coaches. 5. The runner with the injured foot limped across the finishing line. 6. Karina spent the morning strolling along the seafront. 7. Harry tiptoed along the landing, trying not to make any noise. 8. The road was icy, and I slipped over. 9. I managed to creep up to the burglar before he noticed me. 10. After the meal we lingered over our coffees for an hour or so.